Here's the settlement at night, specifically the treehouse, where every single settler who's never out doing their job is stood here drinking at night. Right, hello there, and welcome. Still figuring intros out. That was probably pretty shit. This is going to be a rundown of the whole thing so far. Still a work in progress, so bear with me. Starting off at the bridge, you've got the guard tower and this little hut thing. I left the sign up. I thought it was appropriate. It's called Sanctuary after all. I've kind of left half the street alone. I don't really know why I did that. I did everything all up one side of the street. It seemed to work for me. This is what I like to call like a passport control office. So not everyone gets in. Like there's two guys at the end here. One guy complaining about his fingernails.
I remember the last time I had clean fingernails. We're in some real
See what I mean?
here. I hope you can help.
There's a lot worse things out there. If that's the biggest thing on your list, you've got a pretty good life. And this is the office where you get grilled by someone. I don't know who that is because you can't. This is all fictional, by the way. It's just in my imagination. We've got bushes. Got to have some bush, and then you've got over here where there's like a peasant's version of what's inside. So you've got a bar and where they can cook rats, and then you've got the rest of this derelict shithole. Nothing in here. I don't really know what the plan is for this bit. I don't know. I think I was going to turn it into like a market or something, but I don't know. Go fuck yourself, Codsworth. All right, and then we've got the the back of the Hall of Armour. I put flags all around it. I don't really know why. I thought it looked cool. Might change it. I think it looks all right. It's literally all the sides, so the entire side's covered in flags. Up here is where I like to think that so I don't know, someone who has to operate. I was going to put like light signs up that said like Stark Enterprises, but it was pretty hard. I think I'm gonna need. Well, they've taken the copper requirements away, so that's not the end of the world. I could probably do it now, but it was taking forever, more time than I wanted to invest. But I might do it. Yeah, so I got spotlight guns. Nothing too fancy up there. A little fence going around the side to the gate. Those big spike things that I don't know what they do. I think you put. They're supposed to put corpses on them or something. I don't know. And these just normal turrets. And then the Hall of Armour. There's a few changes in here. I don't know if it's anything too drastic from the video I've got up already, but there's a couple new suits in here. I think the ones that are all stood in the frame, the actual crafting frame thing, is yeah, they're all the same. I might have painted one or two of them slightly different or something like that. Like that one, I'm not sure. But for the most part, it's the same. That's why I'm kind of doing like a quick walk through this bit, because you've seen this. You've seen this all before. You've got this one, which I'm pretty sure is new. I can't remember where I found that. And there's most of an XO1 in the corner by the pool table, which I can show you where to get that. You've probably found it already, to be honest. And then this one, which is the favourite one, which has got the jetpack on, and the two leg pieces that are named. That's cool. More flags. Junk all over the table. Again, it's meant to look as if Tony Stark lived in the Fallout world. So up here is where it gets a little bit different. I've not seen anyone do anything quite the same way as I've done it, but we'll get to that in just a sec. Through the power of unnecessary effects on YouTube. There we go. What's a YouTube video without unnecessary transitions like that? Alright, this bit I kind of left blank. I don't know what I'm going to do in here. It's mainly like beds. The main characters tend to use this one like what's his face, Preston Garvey, who for some reason sleeps with his eyes always open, staring, constantly wondering whether I'm going to have to solve another settlement issue. Anyway, the rest of this is all that's all kind of standard. You've seen that. I opted for the windmill. I like the windmill look. I think it looks the best. I'd like them to add more things like that in there for power and stuff in the future. I've tried to keep the cabling as neat as and tidy as possible. I'm not the best at this kind of building thing, and yeah, I know there's a lot of pumps, but I didn't want to go all the way down to the water at this point. But I will do that and then remove the pumps, I guess. And then there's that farm. Neither one of them are too fancy. You've probably seen some amazing Minecraft builder who's done it, but I have got a basketball net for the fictional games of basketball that don't happen.
Are you certain I'm the man for the job, sir?
Not at all, Codsworth. And inside here, we've got. This is where I wanted this to be like. It looked like a hotel. But this is where my character sleeps. But Mama Murphy was here. She's dead. Yeah, she died. I wasn't really that fussed as well, to be perfectly honest. Floating flag. You've got to have one of those. You've got to have one of those in the workplace. I'll get rid of that off camera. Down here is where the treehouse sits, obviously, because it's the only fucking tree in the thing. It was pretty difficult to make. I'm not gonna lie. It's got a definite knack to building this. But I left the whole bottom open so I could put the whole sort of market section around it, where none of the settlers actually go and do their job. They will occasionally turn up and do it. Most of the time I have to go and find them and then talk to them to trade and whatnot. Yeah, not ideal. This bit's going to be like a barracks kind of area. It hasn't got any lighting in here at the moment, and there's that weird gap in the side of the wall, or the roof even. And well, I'm sure there's more honest jobs than that, to be honest. Not shitting on farmers, but at the same time, you know, they could easily be lying about shit up there. Just look at McDonald's. Anyway, moving on. We've got this first floor, which is uneventful, but I put a little fence around the tree because I like to think that they wanted to keep the tree healthy. So putting a fence around it would be the way to go. You've got all the lights, which are just normal light bulbs. But when it's night time, as you saw a little clip of at the beginning, it does look really good. So advice for the future, do that. Those lights are cool. And then you've got up here is where you've got some more of the, like what they called radio tower, obviously. You've got those like sniper nest things. What are they? What are they called? Guard posts. And you've got those lights that stick on the wall, which I thought ideal. I'd have no idea how that would work in real life, but it is what it is. And yeah, surprisingly, the tree kind of works with the flooring and stuff. It all overhangs and stuff. I think it looks good. Well, I do anyway. No doubt in the comments I'll have someone jump in and say it's shit. But that's the beauty of YouTube. You're entitled to your opinion. Let me know what you think of it. Up here is just another view of the rest of it. I need some ideas, really. I've got a whole load of stuff to do on the other side of the thing, on the other side of the street. And I think I'm going to branch it off into stuff that will branch. There's no pun intended. You can't get off of here, by the way. So if you do this, you will have to run down the stairs to get out, because you just can't jump off. Fire hazard or anything. And through the magic of editing, night time,
Something about camaraderie over a few drinks.
where everything's pretty well lit. so far.
Sure keeps the
It's
customer
just that
coming
one
back.
side of the street
With
that
the
looks pretty
alcohol
shit, but
of course.
to be honest, you can't get rid of the other buildings, so
If you work, you eat.
it's
Simple as that.
this one side is always going to look better, because the other side you have to kind of build around existing buildings. So I don't know, maybe I'll kind of give a rest on this one, and I'll go and start work on one of the other ones. I mean, the castle area looks pretty cool, and there's the ones on the beach as well, up the other end of the map, which also look quite cool. But yeah, so far I'm happy with this one. To be honest, when I knew you could build settlements in it, I knew I'd make one that I really like, and the rest of them kind of would all just be where I just dump shit. But yeah, here's it at night. Looks good. It still lights up quite well. I imagine if it were running on PC, because this is Xbox One, I imagine if it were running on the PC, the lighting would look a little bit better, because you'd be able to see it from a bit more of a distance. Because as you see in a sec, I'll go up the top of the Hall of Armour, have a look at the treehouse, and it doesn't really light up quite the same way as it does up close. But the Hall of Armour does look good. There's a little bit of a bug in this though, where occasionally half the lights don't work, but at this point it was doing its job and it works. I've got some spotlights at the front pointing at the main armour. And around the back here, again, this is kind of this staircase thing is kind of temporary. I think I want a walkway that goes from here like right round, like a catwalk. Not too shabby in my opinion. Let me know what you think. I'm always intrigued to find out whether I'm doing a terrible job. And I've got to admit, I like a friendly discussion and debate and whatnot. So there we have it. Thank you very much, everyone. That's been my first settlement. I will probably post videos on other ones. But until the next time, thanks for watching. Like it if you like it. Dislike it if you hate it. And subscribe if you really, really want to, I guess. That'd be awesome. Thank you.